Let's begin.
You are not watching this by accident, and you are not thinking these thoughts for no reason. There is always a moment in human life when everything looks normal on the surface, but something quietly breaks underneath. You are walking through familiar places, talking to familiar people, following familiar routines, yet something inside you whispers, "This cannot be all there is," and you ignore it, because it is easier to live than to question life itself. But that question never disappears. It only waits. Have you ever noticed how strange it is that humans can live their entire lives without ever asking why they believe what they believe? We inherit thoughts the way we inherit language. We never choose the first ideas placed inside our minds. A child does not choose what is right or wrong. A child learns it. A society builds it. A culture repeats it. And slowly, invisibly, you become a collection of ideas you never examined. That is where philosophy begins. Not in books, not in universities, but in a simple, terrifying moment. When you realize you might not fully understand your own mind, and once that thought appears, it never truly leaves. Think about history. There was a time when humans looked at lightning and saw anger, when thunder meant punishment, when the unknown was filled with gods and fear. The world was not understood. It was interpreted through imagination and survival. Then something strange happened. A few individuals began to doubt, not loudly, not violently, just quietly, inside their minds. They asked, "What if this is not true?" That question sounds small, but it is the most dangerous question in history. Because the moment you ask it, reality stops being fixed, and everything becomes open. Science did not begin as knowledge. It began as doubt, as refusal to accept obvious answers, as curiosity stronger than fear, and civilization changed forever. But here is the paradox. Even today, surrounded by information and technology, most people still do not think. They repeat, they copy, they react. They believe what feels familiar and confuse repetition with truth. Have you ever asked yourself why crowds behave the way they do? Why millions can believe something not because it is proven, but because it is repeated often enough? We are emotional mirrors. We reflect what surrounds us. That is why philosophy matters more now than ever. It is about teaching you how to see the structure behind your thoughts. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Imagine for a moment that everything you believe is built like a house. Some walls you built yourself. But most were built before you were even aware of construction. Your fears, your opinions, your sense of identity, all installed inside you. Now ask yourself, which of these ideas are truly yours? Or does it all feel familiar just because it's constant? Late at night, a thought rises. Have I been living on autopilot? Eating, working, scrolling, repeating. This is where philosophy becomes uncomfortable. Before we close the book, one question lingers. It interrupts the autopilot. It forces awareness. And awareness always comes with discomfort. Socrates warned that the unexamined life is not worth living. He was executed not for violence, but because he made people question themselves. Societies fear nothing more than self-questioning minds. They call for progress, yet they fear the very tool that creates it. Think of the cave. Chained humans watching shadows, believing they are reality. Look at modern life. Screens, algorithms, trends, endless voices. How many of these are reality, and how many are shadows? People do not always want truth. They want comfort, because truth forces change and change threatens identity. So humans choose beliefs not because they are true, but because they are safe. If you have ever changed your opinion so deeply that your past self would not recognize you, that was a quiet identity death. One version of you disappears. Another emerges. You cannot step into the same river twice. Most suffering comes from resistance to change, from trying to preserve versions of yourself that no longer exist, like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you hold it, the faster it escapes. Every major shift in human understanding began with someone refusing to accept obvious explanations. Someone who asked, "What if we are wrong?" How many of your current beliefs would survive that question? If your thoughts are influenced by culture and memory, how much of you is truly original? This is not meant to remove identity. It is meant to reveal it. Only when you see what shaped you, can you begin shaping yourself. Imagine complete silence, just awareness. If everything external disappeared, would you still recognize the person left behind? Write your answer, not for others, for yourself, because that is where philosophy begins, not in answers, but in the courage to ask. Who started asking first? And why did it change everything? Subscribe to join the few who dare to ask. We close the book, one question lingers. Why do we stand before the same idea, only for one to embrace it, another to petrify it with rejection, and a third to drown in contemplation? Perhaps because, as Hegel said, we learn from history that we learn nothing. We have turned symbols and myths with all their brilliance into hollow molds, repeating the same mistake in every era under a new guise. We believe we have progressed, yet we remain trapped in our literal interpretations. In the next video, we will not dive into stories. We will begin with a tool we often overlook: observation. You may think it's simple, but you will discover it is the hardest thing you can learn, for it alone will liberate your consciousness from what it has been clinging to. It seems you have taken the first real step by clicking on this video and staying until this very moment. Let's begin. Enjoy.